So once you people are installed, you are able to see that your operating system like this. Nothing but it will be under VMware. In VMware, you are installing any one of the operating system. It will be listing it like this. So once you install, so for example, let me go here. So this is the basic properties of the operating system, whatever you people are installed. Nothing but what is the status of that. You can able to edit the configuration changes and you can able to perform. Okay. So by the time today's safe side, I will install one more operating system for better understanding. Go to the home. So this is the initial stage of the operating system. It is listing out to you. Click on the create a virtual machine. So go to the typical. It is already in document there. Just follow that. So here, whatever the operating system image you selected, select that image properly. Make sure that it should be ISO format. So whatever the image you selected, that should be ISO format only. Okay, so I given the ISO format link only. Just make sure that. So select that operating system wherever it is there, whether it's in downloads or wherever you placed. Select the path, then go to the next. And this is the name of the thing. Okay, so let it be I am placing my name of the operating system will be something demo RHEL 5. That is the name of the server I am placing. So here by default 20 GB will be going to be take up. So take up the, so don't do the any changes. Initiate the 20 GB. So here no need to select anything. Go to the next. So these are the properties of your operating system. By default, what are the properties it will going to be allocated by your operating system? Everything it will be allocating. So go to the finish. So once initiated the operating system, approximately it will take you the 10 to 15 minutes of the time. That's depending upon your laptop configuration and the laptop speed. So the RAM and hard disk. So once it is installed means there is one phase I want to showcase you. Nothing but once this is a booting process. Yesterday, last class, we discussed about the booting process, right? So in that booting process, so one of the point we conveyed that BIOS and how it will be booting those steps, right? So here, right now, the images what is there in your laptop, your server is creating the one image. For example, this is one of the server. It is already existed. So in VMware, whatever the operating system is created, it will creating the VMX format. You can see that here, right? VMX format. So this is a VMX format is something like that. VMware understandable. This is the configuration file or the major golden image. The golden image means the operating system golden image will be there here. So right now the new operating system also into the same stage. Nothing but it is keep on creating and it is proceeding for the next action. So you can see that here right now this is the okay we are seeing, right? This is what we are calling as BIOS. So the BIOS operating system will keep you note of that. Okay, what are the IO devices? Input IO devices will be perfectly working or not. If working means they are placing you okay. If not working means they are placing you failed. There is a some of the cases we could see that okay, it is some validation is happening, especially into the file systems and some of the stages it will ask you that some of validation, nothing but whether it's a properly synced or any kind of modification is there, everything it will going to be checked at the time of booting level. So that is the reason BIOS is the first level of validation point. It will halt you, it will stop you at this stage only. Most of the times interviews people will pointing out into the bias. Nothing but if the server is stuck into the booting level, what you will do? Okay, what is the bias? Why we need to use the bias? Okay, otherwise one operating system is corrupted. How you boot from the different kernel? Okay, what is a grub? What is a grub prompt you? Why we are using the grub? If operating is stuck into the grub prompt, what you will do? Okay, what is the FSCK? This is what we are calling as FSCK. So, what is the FSCK? Why we need to do the FSCK? What is the purpose of that? So, these are the different type of the things we are going to be uh, receive the questions from the interview point of view. So that is the reason we need to make sure that those points again I will give you the notes and I will give you the content also, and we are going to discuss into the scheduled manner. Okay, so by the time let me go to that, it will take you the some moment of the time. So by the time we will proceed for the today's class. So this is the operating system RHEL Red Hat sorry Ubuntu. So this is the operating system. I already brought it. Okay, so I use the Terminus. Terminus is one of the putty type. You can download into the Google. Okay, with the name of Terminus and log in with your Gmail. Okay, so demo 3 is the server name I placed. So I connect to the server. So if you want to connect to the server means that's a quite simple here. Usually since I do have a setup, it will came like this. Okay, I will showcase you how to connect the server also once the new server is back into the online. Okay, so in today example, we are going to discuss about some of the basic commands. So as a part of Unix administration and Linux administration, there is a regular commands we are going to be discuss. Regular commands we are going to be discuss. What are those? Why we need to be perform those set of the commands. So let me. So everything these nodes are there into the your configuration level. Okay, so the first command is that uname. Uname is the command. Okay, so it will help you out nothing but to understand which operating system you are working upon. So right now, as we discussed 2 days last week, okay, so there is some point we were discussing. One is that, okay, so basically we are having the 250 distribution into the Unix. So in 200 distribution, which operating system you are working upon? To know that, we are using the command called uname. Uname is a command. It will list out which operating system it is running. So same command uname space hyphen a for all, so it will list you out all the properties of the information. If you can see that here, Linux is operating system, enter the fundamental domain name and the version of the operating system means the kernel version and the time zones and architecture and what is the mode. Everything means full-fledged properties of the information. No, I don't want all the information. I need the only the version, nothing but kernel version only means we are going with R. R particularly define you that it will list you out only the information of particular operating system kernel's version. Okay, so but usually in generally we are going with the uname hyphen a, but the safer side at the time of the capturing the information, updating into the ticket, everything we are going with the uname hyphen a. That's depends upon the user interest whether you are going with the, any one of the command. Okay, so next thing is that we are using the another command called id. id is the one of the command to identify. id is the command to identify the operating system. uname to know server info. Second command is that ID, identify user, which user you are logging, it is going to be displayed. So ID is the command, it will display you the which user login. This is a very important. So most of the times we are into the this phase only, command line only. So in command line, it is always preferable. We need to check where you are standing, which user you logged in, because the client said that log in as a Tomcat user and run the some of the commands. But the thing is that you logged in as a instead of Tomcat with a root access, because we will be having the root access by default. So once we are logged in into the root access, due to some of the reason I executed, okay, by mistakenly, it will going to be escalation. To know that where you are standing. So we always are going with a ID. ID is the command to display the which user you logged in, and PWD, present working directory. PWD is nothing but present working directory. So this command will help you out to give the current working directory where you are standing. So that is very important. You need to take care of the things. Means wherever you are standing, where you are performing, this will help you a lot into the system, because we cannot execute everything by default. We need to keep a proof. For example, the client says that in this particular path, go and execute it. But uh, we know that where we are executing, I executed, but the client will don't believe, right? He will ask you the proof. So that is the reason what we will do. We are going to capture this information. Nothing but which user you logged in, which user, which place you logged in, and each and everything we are going to capture it. So once we captured, then we are going with the next command df-h. So df-h is the command. It will list you out disk information. For example, in Windows, we can see that C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, right? So here also this command will help you out to list out the which disk you logged in and what is the status and how you are going to perform each and everything. So there is one more command, hyphen capital T. T is nothing but type. As I said you earlier, so coming to the Linux, we are having the some sort of differences into the file system level. For example, in Windows, majorly we are using the exe file system, and we are using the fat file system. These are the different type of the file system. It will be there into the Windows level. But coming to the Linux, we are having the 3 to 4 types of the file system. So which are oftenly we are using. Every file system is having, that is, user with interest only he can able to select the which file system he will need to use it. So every file system will be having a different phenomena, nothing but different futures are there. So this point we are going to discuss into the coming topic at the time of LVM. So there we are going to discuss about the what are the file systems are there, what is the purpose of that, why we are using, what is the differences of particular file system in detail with the scenarios. There is a 7 to 9 scenarios will be there. Everything we are going to discuss over them. So here, so once this is completed, we are going to use the command called touch. So touch test. So touch command will help you out to create the file. So if you want to create any file, like nothing but in Windows, we are creating the files, right? In the same way here also, if you want to create any file, we are using the command called test. touch command. So this command will create you the 0 byte file, nothing but default the file will be created. If you want to list out the file, then I am using the command called ls. ls is the command it will be are calling as list command. ls-l test, because we are using the command line. We don't know where exactly it is the path, where exactly the information it is. But I need to know that, right? See, touch command once a triggered, it is not giving the any kind of information whether it is created, deleted, or modified. What is the status of that? I don't know, right? So to know that, we need to use another command called ls-l. This ls-l command will help you to create a file and allocate it. So once it is created, so ls-la, ls-la. So right now I'm into this currently present working directory /root ls-la. So this command will help you out too. If you can see that here, when you trigger the ls-l, ls-l is nothing but listing. Okay, if you can see that ls-l. So when I trigger ls-l, so these are the, in my present working directory, these are the files are there. It is showing. But when coming to here, ls-la, it is showing with the files starting with a dot also. But here dot files are not there. So dot files are hidden files. It is not visible. So why the hidden files will be there? Due to the some security reasons or a configuration reasons, operating system will create the these hidden files. These hidden files will be the under the control of the operating system. So there is a production environment whenever we are performing. If you want to modify, if you want to, sometimes the clients also will create the hidden files for safer side. I didn't want to be list out everyone to the public. So that is the reason what I will do. So whatever the public people are seeing that is a few part of the my information only. So rest of the part and all what I will do, I will make you as a hidden. So that is another command is same command with only ls. If you can see that here, if you trigger the ls command, it will list out you the content in present working directory. Whatever the things are there, it will going to be only list out. But when coming to the ls-l, it will list you out the entire information, nothing but the properties. So Windows also we are seeing that some kind of the properties, right? In the same way, here also we can able to see that. So let me see that where it is. Yeah. So let me come back to here. So once you select the operating system, once you click on the boot, it will take you the some 10 to 15 minutes of the time it will be to you. So here it will prompt you the which op version of Linux, nothing but language you need to select. I'm installing the Oracle Linux 9.4 version. I'm selecting the English. So this is totally your wish whether which one we need to be select. So right now I'm selecting the English. Okay, just click on here also if you want to means you can select anything. But right now I'm not going with any changes. I'm going to click on next. So once I click on the next, if you can see that here, there is a some of the points we need to be take care. One is that here user creation is there. As of now, no need to create any user. Just you can ignore as of now. So here root password is there. So root password is nothing but what is the root? So whenever I said you initial step, the root is nothing but the core of operating system, which is under the control of kernel. Everything it will taking care. Nothing but all the administration. Normal user, root user. Root user means you will be having the everything access. You can able to delete the entire the data also. But a normal user, you are not having the all the access. You will be having the limited access only. Okay, so here particular root we need to give the credentials. So let me I'm giving the some credentials. Always go with some basic credentials like 1 2 3 4 5 6 or something, because if something is here in this operating system, if you forgot the password breaking also you need to take the downtime. Okay, so select the second one. No need to be lock. First one is not needed. Second one you need to be select. Second one, what it will ask you, it will prompt you that you can connect the server from the outside also. Okay, with the password. So go to the done in the left side. So password is selected. Now you can see that the amber light symbol is gone. Now there is a one more thing is there. The user creation is not needed. Once again I'm saying root password only you need to give, and you need to see that here installation destination. Select here and select the device. Just you need no need to perform anything. Okay. So you need to select the device. Just click on this one. Just click on this one. Okay, done. No need to do any changes here. Just clicking on 20 GB. So if you can see that here, is anything is problematic right now? Nothing. So now the disk is the tick mark need to come. Some showcasing the tick mark came. Okay, tick mark came means disk we selected. So once we selected, begin for the installation. So the begin for the installation, it will prompt you that if you can see that here there is a lot of file systems. I said you write a root file system. There is a some of the root file system will be there. Everything it will be creating at this stage. So the operating system will create you the all the things by default. Okay, and moreover, there is a lot of the packages will be there, approximately some 1300 packages. 1300 to 1500 packages will be there. These are the packages it is coming from the image. So this information also it will going to be copy and it will creating into the VMX file. So the format of the VMware it is creating as VMX. So the VMX will proceed you and help you out with the execution of the things. So right now again it will take you the some 10 to 15 minutes of the time to copy the entire data from the your laptop to VMware. So by the time we are going to create a nothing but we are going to discuss the other topics. So if your cursor is stuck inside, okay, use the control plus alt. Control plus alt. It will release your cursor to the outside because this is the frame, whatever you are seeing. If you can see that here, this frame is a totally inside of your VMware. Some of the times your cursor will be stuck over there. You cannot take it from the outside. So that is the reason what we are going to perform the some kind of trick, nothing but control plus alt is the command to come out of your cursor from inside to outside. Okay, so let it be coming back. So till now we discuss about okay some of the command like a uname to list out the information uname hyphen a uname hyphen r id pwd present working directory like a df hyphen h touch command ls command and this command. So lsfn and ls command. So there is one more thing also there. For example, if you can see that here in my present working directory, so this is the information is there. I want to list the information in the time we are using the cat. Means what is the content inside there? I don't know. So I want to see that content. Right now it is not having any content. Okay. So if you want to push the content into the file, I want to push the content into the file. Cat is the command to it is performing few step of actions. One is that display. If you want to display the content, okay, we are using the nothing but cat command. Cat space the particular file name or server name. It will give you the information. So here control Z or control D. So control T or control Z, both are the points which is save and exit. Okay. So let me list you out. If you can see that here now the data is saved. So the data is saved and it is automatically it is loaded into the particular file. So but the one thing is that in production environment, okay, so we are not using the cat command for the all the purpose, because cat command majorly we are using for the displaying purpose only. And moreover, this cat command, the creation of the files are nothing but, if you want to create the 5 lines, 4 lines, like less than some 10 lines only, we are going with the cat. By in general, we are going with the nano or VA editor. These are the two types of the terminologies we are using into the production environment. So let it be. So right now with the cat, I display the content. So next thing is that if you can see that where it is, so still it is loading. If you can see that 1202 files are it is loading, total files. Out of that 723 files are it is loaded. Okay, so it will take you some time. So mkdir. So mkdir is the file to create a directory. For example, if you want to create any directory, okay, what is a directory? Directory will be consisting of files like a folder. In normal terminology, Windows terminology, we are calling as a folders, right? Okay, the folder will be consisting of files. That's the same thing here also. If you want to create any directory, we are using the mkdir. To test whether the directory is created, we are using ls-ld. So this ls-ld, D is nothing but directory. Okay, if you remove the directory, it will list you like this, nothing but inside of the content type. Okay, so the directory is created or not by using ls-ld, we can able to validate. Because since we are into the very low environment, nothing but here we are not having any kind of the major operation, everything will be normal. But coming to the other areas, it will going to be take a long time. Okay, so mkdir, if you want to move inside directory, we are using cd. The cd command is nothing but change the directory. So the change the directory command will help you out to move the data. Nothing but you want to switch inside. Nothing but inside one step to other step. We are going with a command called change directory. For example, here also I created mkdir route. Something I created. If it trigger else, it is created. Okay. So cd route. If you can see that here, this is my present particular path. ls, the data is listed. Okay, so this is the way. And for example, here, if you want to remove any directory or any content, rm command we are using. So rm command will help you out to remove the content. Nothing but if you want to remove the file, remove the one notepad, how we are deleting option. So rm is a kind of delete, remove the command, delete the content. It will help you out with the rm command. For example, if you can use the tree command also. The tree command also showcase you that in a tree format. So right now I'm having only one data, and inside root also I don't have the any data. So that is the reason it is not showcasing you that. So if you can see that here, so right now rmdir remove directory, it is deleted. Nothing but if you want to remove the file, we are using the command called rm command. If you want to remove the entire directory, we are using the command called rmdir. But make sure that particular directory the content is 0. Means if the directory have the content, that will going to be problematic. So operating system won't allow you. So that is the reason particular directory entire data. How to see that particular directory entire data is there? First, you have to move to the file. From there, you are able to validate and you are going to remove the file. Remove the files by using the rm command. Rm is the command to remove the files. So once it is done, then we are going with the next of action. So what is the next of action? So let me see that here. So these are the files are there. Let me see that here. It will still take almost, I think, 1200 files are completed. Now it is configuring. Okay. So by the time, so we are going with a one kind of small demo type. Okay. So by using these commands, okay, we will create a one small scenario. So how the scenario will be there means, let it be, let it be I'm creating the one college system. So one college system will be, for example, CD or mkdir college. One thing I created. So inside a college, I'm going to create a directories like a students, lecturers, or some kind of the folders. Inside that, I'm creating the files names like a student one, student two, lecturer one, lecturer two, like that. Okay, we'll manipulate with the one kind of the demo. So mkdir college. So switch into the college, check the present working directory and which user you logged in. So right now you are into the college directory. So once you are into college directory, now the requirement is that, okay, don't use the capital letters for the creation of any command or anything here, small letters only. Name should be caps, but the content would be into the commands will be into the small letters only. mkdir here, nothing but principal, students, professors, something I created. Okay, staff, something. Three types of the things I created same time. I created MK by using the mkdir. I created multiple directories at the same time. So right now I created the directory. So I need to switch into the professor. Professor. So here I'm going to create a professor one, professor two, Professor 3. Three types of the data I created, but where I created inside a professor. So I need to come out instead of CD. dot dot. One dot for the current directory, one dot for the moving to the previous directory. So if you can see that here, earlier it was into the college and professional, now it is into the college. So right now, once it is come into the picture, let me see that here what is the status of things. So now you are going to perform the LSFNL. So staff, cd space staff. So here also touch staff 1, staff 2, staff 3. I created. So once I created, then it will be listing out the data. So, but where I am right now, I am here into the particular staff. So let it be, there is a kind of the requirement. Okay, you want to move the data. You want to, let me see that here, this is a tree option. The tree option will help you out the tree structure. Okay, so now my requirement is that in this particular data, right now I'm into this directory. So in this particular place, professors. So there is a one file I need to move from here to there. I need to move the file from the staff one, nothing but in particular staff directory to professor directory. In the time we are using the command called cp. cp is nothing but copy. So right now where I'm standing, so already I'm into the particular directory. Okay, cp staff one to the which file professor, but the professors are there inside the college, full-fledged path I need to give. So lsfnl, if you can trigger means the staff data is moved. The staff data is the moved. So this is the way how we are using the copy command. So the copy command, so in staff also the data is there. LL is the shortcut format of ls-l. So you can use the ls-l also or ll command. Both the commands are same. So hope everyone is nothing but if anyone is not completing the installation means please do the installation because coming classes also directly we are going to the lab. Okay. See after this you will get only directly your operating system directly loaded. Maybe it will ask you the once again the password. Okay, so you need to give the your password. So this is a way. So right now it is loaded. So next command is that okay. For example, cd dot dot ls hyphen l. Okay, I want to switch into the presently where I'm here. I'm into the college. So I want to switch into the staff. I move to the staff. Okay, not a staff. For example, I need to move to the students. Cd space students ls-l or ll command. So right now here we are not having any data. Now the requirement is that okay. So now we are going to do it in such a way. Okay, we are going to create a some file student 1, student 2, student 3. Student files are created. Now the thing is that I'm going to perform some kind of actions. So here my requirement is that student 3 files are there, right? This data I need to remove it. rm student 3. Yes. For the removing side, we are using the rm
So
command.
normally RM
rm-f.
no, normally RM space hyphen RF and we will give the file name, right? What is that?
R is nothing but recursive. If we are
Recursive.
using means forcefully. For example,
Okay.
if we are using rm command means it is asking for the yes, right? For example,
Okay.
let it be hyphen R is nothing but recursive.
Okay.
For example, if you want to display the content, nothing but we are using have option stu1. It won't prompt you anything.
Okay.
Okay, nothing but I know that what I'm deleting.
Hmm.
Okay, so for
Okay.
example, if you want to give the that is the reason until unless we know that we should not use the F command because
Okay.
the problem with the Linux is that we don't have the recycle bin. Nothing but once
Okay.
you delete the data, entire data will is gone. See, if, for
Okay.
example, Windows we have a recycle means once you delete it, it will go into the recycle bin. Maybe at least you can able to reclaim the data. But the Linux, if you want to save your job means you always need to be away from the rm command because the problem here is that I will tell you if you can see that here, let me create some files. These are the files. Now the requirement is that rm will go with one by one rm hyphen rf st. So this is the one of the way it is deleted. Okay, it is deleted st rm hyphen f st2. It is also deleted. It won't ask you. Okay. So next thing is that rm space st3. It is prompt you. Are you still you want to do it? Because some of the times, if the manually or by manually or try some with the confusion, you trigger the rm command. So, but operating system trying to halt you that, okay, are you sure? If you trigger the no means, sorry, I mistakenly done. It's not deleted. So there is one more command is called rm hyphen f. Instead of listing everything, I mention star. So if you trigger the star means entire data, it will going to be deleted. So that is the reason where you are standing is a very important. For example, the client said that, okay, we have a directory called the college and students. You have to go inside and you need to delete the data. That is the client said. But there is a guy, maybe he's a fresher or experienced, whoever it may be. Every problem will happen with everyone. But mistakenly, instead of college, he deleted the data into the professor. Automatically, what it will going to be happen? It will going to be we lost the data. So that is the reason it is very important. We need to make sure that where you are standing, which user you logged in. These are the two things are very, very important. Okay. So this rm command, it will right now it is deleted. So once again, I'm creating the files. So then right now my requirement is that, okay, so we tried with the move command, we tried with the copy command, okay, we try with the rm command also, okay. So these are the basic commands. For example, so right now everywhere data is there. For example, if you can see that here, lsfnl. So lsfnl, the data is there. Right now I want to delete the students, rmdir students. I'm trying to delete the directory. So it is prompting you that what is that? Your directory is not having nothing but your directory is occupied with the some files. It is not empty. It is not empty. So what are the files are there? If you can see that here, there is some files will be there. There is some files is there. So that is the reason your operating system is not deleting students directory because the student directory is having the some content. So if you want to make sure if you delete means you go with rm-f star. So here I'm very sure I need to delete the directory. So I need to delete the inside of the content also. So where I'm standing, it's in students only. Okay. So where I'm standing in college, LL. So right now RMDAR hyphen F also we can use it. Here it is not taking in this operatings. So it is a deleted. So this is the way how we can able to create, delete and manage the things. Okay. So by the time it is completed, so we have to final one is that we have to reboot the server. So this is the operating system. Again, see that BIOS is checking the everything. So your operating system is ready. You can see that grub prompt came. After grub prompt, it is right now in init phase. After init, it is loading off all the phases which graphical user or command line user, which user I need to be logged in. If you can see that here, so right now whatever the server I am using, so whatever the server I am using, it is showing that command line means some black and white screen. But so this is the server I created right now. This is the server I created. Once I rebooted, I could see that it's a graphical image. You can skip these two things and all. So I created the hello some user. Okay. So right now, if you can see that here, so this is a server. So it will take a little bit of time. Activities. If you can see that here, no thanks. Here, if you want to connect right now, the whatever the server we created, it is inside of the VMware. I need to connect to the outside. Means if you go into the production environment, if you are working for the US client, if you're working for the UK client, if you're working for the Japan client, the client data centers will be somewhere. Data centers means where the servers will be loading upon. So let it be your client is UK client. It is the into the UK places. So if you want to connect means you are connecting by using the remote login. Remote login means by using the IP address. So let it be this is a server. Okay, we are using command called ifconfig. Ifconfig space hyphen a. So here the font is small. I will show you into the big screen also. If config command, it will list you out IP address 192.168.220.134. So open this terminus, go to the walls. You will see like this. Open it, click on the new host. Click on the new host. Here mention the IP address 192.168.220.164. 168.220.134. So here we can log in by root also. Sometimes because right now I created with the hello is the another user. Okay, I try with the login. You can see that here there is a port number 22. These are the default port number. Okay, so let it be and same thing I'm updating here just for the name convention RHEL demo 5. That is a server name I mentioned here. Okay, here IP address, which server you need to be connect, and the server name just is optional, but I place myself to identify next time like this. Okay, so here the credential port number, nothing changes here, 22 only. Here by default root will be there, root and the same password whatever you created. That is the one we try with the root. If not, we try with the hello. Hello is nothing but another user. So let me try with the root. Click on add. So it is created. So the same command ifconfig space -a. So this ifconfig command will help you out to list you out the server IP address, whatever the server IP address we are logging, or IP, or also it will come IPA also. Nothing but these are the different command. Same set of whatever the your ifconfig is giving. Okay, only IP address you need, like a uname hyphen R type, or you need the other IP address details also. It will showcase you that other than the IP address. Okay, but by default you can go with the if config A. If config A is nothing but Windows we are using the IP config, right? In the same way here also if config command, it will help you out to understand what is the IP and everything. There is a few more commands will be there. Netstat -nr. So this is the one of the command. It will help you out. There is some of the cases your server will be connecting into the console. Means your server is up into the console, but it is not connecting to the outside world. So one of the reason will be your gateway. Gateway is nothing but it is a kind of the mediator between the outside world and inside the world. So this need to be pingable. This need to be pingable. For example, this gateway is not pingable means it is not connecting. So here how we are managing means this NAT gateway. So by default we are using the NAT gateway. Some of the cases here any checkbox is not there. If we are using the any specific virtual network like a VPN type, in that time these IPs are not connecting outside. So in that time we are not doing anything in production environment. What we will do means, for example, this gateway is not pingable means immediately I will raise a ticket to the network team stating that this is not working. Check it out. Okay. Hope it's clear. So these are the fundamental. So my server is up. If you want to shut down the server means, okay. So I can use it from here also. Let me try from the here. Power off, power off. Don't go for suspend, power off. So power off. So again, once you done the power off, again the BIOS will come into the picture. It will take you the acknowledgements. So it is completed actually, means immediately. So this is the way, if you want to start the server, if you want to perform the server, this is the way how we are doing into the real time. So please be install the operating system and do the practice. Already the notes are already here into the fundamental. Everything it is there here, including abbreviations, everything. Please go through it. Tomorrow we can connect. Okay. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pawan.
So
Bye.
install, then you will get the doubts. Then tomorrow we will discuss the doubts. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Chalo then.